Hey friends, welcome back to Farmbread. So it is now June 1st. Yeah, so we're getting closer to summer. It feels like summer today because it is gonna get up to 91 and I think it's already like 87. So it's hot and it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, check out these beautiful flowers. These beautiful irises that the former owners had put in. We have some beautiful flowers popping up around the house and the yard, which is really neat. So I thought since it's been a while, I would actually give you a quick little garden update. Since we last spoke, I have spotted some tomato plants that are now growing all over the garden, which I know always happened to us in the past. The seeds kind of get dispersed and then you have these amazing tomato plants pop up. So I'm letting those grow. And I've transplanted a couple into other areas that I like better, but for the most part, I'm pretty excited about that. I'll show you some pictures here shortly. Looks like they need a drink. It's gonna be hot today, so I gotta give them a good watering. But yeah, there's a couple over in here. This actually is a broccoli plant that came up, so I left that because if you don't remember from my last video, I definitely got a late start on this. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna see what seeds are gonna come back this year from last year. Even though, you know, I tilled and everything, we all know how seeds can be pretty tough and resilient. And yeah, so they came back. So we've got a bunch of tomato plants in here. I also put, so these are the ones that are coming back right along this edge right here from last year. And then Mark did end up buying a couple pepper plants and tomato pepper plants, so you'll see like some big larger tomato plants in here that were purchased that we put in. And then here I planted a bunch of carrots. I did not thin out any of the carrots, as you can see. They are definitely bunched in there. I need to do that. I just haven't done it yet. And I also we have a couple little tomato plants coming up in amongst the carrots, which I left because I thought, you know what, by the time the carrots are ready to be picked, the tomatoes would be about a good size that they're not yet shading any of the carrots, but then they'll be able to grow in the area once the carrots are out. I also put in some zucchinis and squash because, again, from a timing standpoint, I figured we'd be okay in terms of not overshading or anything like that. Here I've got a bunch of peas growing along this fence here, so they're actually looking pretty good. And then we've got, I swear I weeded this like a week ago, but I guess when you only do things weekly, this is what it looks like. So we do actually have a kale plant growing here, and I planted a bunch more over here that are tiny little ones. They're a different variety because only one of the first varieties that I planted came up. So then I just thought, you know what, I'll just put in a bunch of the other ones. We've got a bunch of spinach in the back here. And then in the back, way back, are our radishes and our beets right here. Now, dun, da, 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 we've got our wheat. Our wheat is growing. How cool is that? It looks like tall grass. But yeah. It's growing, as you can see. It's beautiful. We've got these beautiful two big batches of wheat. So, okay, this is the easy part. Now with the drier weather and the harvesting, that's the hard part. So I'll enjoy my glory of wheat growing right now while I can, while it's still looking good. Okay, so here we've got another broccoli that popped up and I just left from last year. This is in our onion bed. As you can see, we've got a bunch of onions growing. They're all looking pretty good. Got a weed in there too. Onions don't like weeds. And then I found a bean growing that I just came to realize it's actually a weed. So I've been very nice to a weed and it's gonna go. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to pull it shortly. And it is growing in with our garlic. So check out our garlic. We got a great batch of garlic growing, which I'm pretty excited about. Again, those I planted, that's what I planted last fall, and they're doing pretty good, yeah. And in here we've got a bunch of like a clematis, some pretty flowers growing from the former owners. We also have, this is like my herb bed down in here. So I've got, whoa, there's a bunch of birds. Big buzzards circling right over here. Sorry, you get distracted easily by all the wildlife around here. So in this bed, which doesn't look like there's much growing at all, I planted, here's a big batch of basil down here. And then in front of those plants is basil too. It looks like not much is growing over here, so those seeds didn't work. But I'm also very excited. Check out these all along the fence here. I planted more of our black beans and well, actually I should say green beans and black beans, because you can eat the black beans like green beans too. But these are super special to me. I got them from Seed Savers, and they're an heirloom seed that was taken through the Trail of Tears, which I think is really meaningful. And so it's been neat talking to my kids about that and why that's important to me, and also kind of a little bit of a history lesson, like what was the Trail of Tears and what does that mean in America. So yeah, it was kind of neat. So I really love those. I planted them before, and I just thought growing black beans is one of the coolest things I've ever done, because A, they're super easy to grow, but B, the kids absolutely loved picking them once they were dried on the vine, and being able to like take them out of like the dried casing and then just put them in a jar for storage. All right, my other kind of weird thing that I did is I found some potatoes, you know, in our pantry that had totally sprouted, and being that recycling and repurposing person that I am, I decided to give a go at an area that's kind of shaded, that hasn't had any. I think there was a plant here at one point, but it's not actually here anymore. So I thought, you know what, it's an empty spot on our property, I'm gonna put them in here and see what happens. Potato plants are actually kind of cool looking in the past, but when I've grown them, I thought they were kind of neat looking. So I did plant them by our patio, which is probably a little silly looking, but I don't care. So here we've got a bunch of potato plants growing. Yep, those are my potatoes. Anyways, that's where we're at right now, and yeah, that's our update, I guess, for June 1st. While I have you, I bought some strawberry plants and put them in our bee and butterfly garden. So they're right behind me in this area. Some strawberries, they're already growing. And our blueberries, we put 3 in right here. There they are. All right, that's it. All right, friends. Yeah, I will give you an update once we've got more stuff coming along. Thanks for watching.